Utility spell,
No, there's no
utility
attack
spell.
spell.
Nice.
Unfortunately, that does mean Eldith, Boom, and Gothos are also in there, but everybody is going to be rolling at advantage to hit the Goblin guy.
True.
Should anything happen.
Does this also perhaps enhance his fear of us right now when we all just fucking light on fire in front of him and we're like, obey us?
Like, I like the thematic component, but that's not how Fairy Fire works.
I was gonna say, yeah, what would fit best with that dragony thing? The violet, purple,
Oh, yeah.
or do you think a green?
Well, I mean, if he's speaking Abyssal, he might just be, like, afraid of regular-ass fire, because, I don't know, demons, but purple fire is always good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
So,
say
yeah.
they fail because they're technically pinned down. Even though they succeeded on the roll.
grappled.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're grappled, you automatically fail
Yeah.
dexterity saving throws. Oh, but Eldith, Boom, and Gothos, or no, does Gothos get to make a saving throw then
Yeah.
to see if it affects you? Yeah. If you make your saving throw, you don't have the advantage bit, but he automatically has the glowy on him. So
I mean,
if it's a concentrate, everybody's gonna roll with advantage.
well, it's a natural one, so I get lit up.
All right.
And then, Eldith and Boom.
Gothos lights up. With her modifier, no. She does not succeed.
With the natural
and-
one, do I, like, look like a bonfire? It's just like it's
Yeah.
too effective.
The spell save DC on it was 17. Sorry, guys. So yeah, everybody in that 20-foot area is glittery and glowing, and anybody who's glittering and glowing is gonna have advantage on them whenever they're getting attacked.
Mhm.
So
It's a good thing they're already
you
pinned down.
three, but him as well.
All
That's,
right.
And I'm going to move this way,
Okay.
out of the fog.
I was about to say, if you don't move out of the fog, you'll get hurt next time.
Yeah, even with poison resistance and all that, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I do not want it.
Antidote, kind of smarter than most of you. Definitely smarter than Eldeth. Goes around the corner, sees that there's a giant fog.
Antidote's got a gas mask on. He should be good.
He does. He does, technically. But I want to see if he can just use his... I'm going to see if you guys can see through the fog. Sphere, corners, lasts for duration or until the wind dissipates it. The area is heavily obscured. Yeah. So he's just going to... No, wait. Slash can technically see him.
Creatures are affected even if they hold their breath or don't need to breathe, so I don't think a gas mask will.
Fair enough. It's just like poisonous to the skin.
Yeah.
But still, you shut up. Okay. Oh, is that a natural 20?
So as Antidote runs towards the giant sphere cloud, the cloud itself begins to dissipate into the horizon line, unaware of where it went. Antidote looks towards the team and simply states, what happened? Why did that fog leave? All of you believe him. I can see the enemy currently being pinned down, so he'll hold his... No, wait, he already used his action. Never mind.
Can only assume that means Gothos thinks his intimidation, which you called deception, worked.
Technically, yeah. She'll spend all her turn to get here. Toulouse.
Well, I don't have to worry about getting out of that fog. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah, I have. Oh, I don't know if I used it though. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'll move forward just to make sure I'm moving the right amount. Yeah, I'm moving right there. I'm just gonna move into the room and hold action. I'll hold the dagger at the ready if he runs or tries to attack one of us. Or wait, what is it? How does it work? Sorry, I can only say one thing, right? I'll hold action, so if he attacks,
Yeah.
I'll attack.
Sounds good. Nom nom.
Decisions. Let's go with the spiritual weapon first, just because. It's an
Best
easy
spell.
one.
Oh wait, where'd the frying pan go?
Wait, why am I moving?
There it
What's
is.
happening?
Ooh, nat 20.
The frying pan's in front of you. The tea tapped up already.
Can we non-lethal that?
I mean, have you ever seen cartoons?
Mm-hmm. Always good to confirm with the DM.
It is still force damage from what I can tell, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. Natural 20 obviously hits.
That 20, so it's instead of 1d8,
Give you 2.
How does it? Yeah. So another d8,
Nice.
17 total.
After a good bop in the middle of the head, after being pinned down kind of hard not to be hit, you can tell that they're near death. Definitely another attack like that will bring them down to 0. It's clear to you that maybe the slimes were the strongest things it was controlling. Well, it does have strong magic, but Kenna can't do that right now since it's pinned down.
I need you to throw in a line about, like, like, boy, who raised you? Smack, bang. I don't know. Sorry.
Now, anything else?
Yes. So I am also going to. So he's being pinned down, right?
Yes, kind of can't move.
Great.
I'll remove
And
their
you should be
dex.
rolling on advantage because of fairy fire.
That's true. I'll also remove their dex because they can't move. From the
So who's pinning him down? Gothos the spider.
Gothos is spider.
Well,
Cool.
Gothos, yeah, the Tannhauser is sticky legging him, but Gothos is also like throat slam, I guess, or punched him. I don't know.
Yes.
Cool. So just in case, because I don't like having cloud kill cast on me, I'm gonna cast silence.
Okay.
That hits everybody. There's nobody.
Well, no, I'm
saying
not gonna
anything.
center. I'm not gonna center it on him.
Okay.
It's gonna make communication difficult.
Well, it'll make him listen, and if you land it right, Eldith can't say anything snarky.
He can't listen in silence.
No, silence is he can't make noise. He can't hear noise.
Sign language.
Like,
One-
if you, how should I phrase this? If you just want to target him, you'll have to hit the roof, and it'll angle down and just hit him.
Besides, if he's pinned, can't you just pull him out of the thing and then stick him back in when you want him to shut up?
That'd be
Yeah.
kind of funny. It's like if he starts talking tongues, we're just like, okay, up you go. You go into silent. Oh, you go into timeout. Can't make any noise. Okay, are you done? Back up you go.
In order to just target him, you'll have to hit the roof, and the sphere will cover the area where he's in. If you want to hit like anyone else, you'll have to bring it in closer than that.
Well, I mean, I guess we could walk out of the way, if we had to, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just put it in this corner. Here. And it just comes out here. I guess you guys will be in it for now, but you could always walk out and drag him out with you.
All right. Let's see here. At the start of their turn, sorry, at the start of Aldeth's turn.
It's just like panic sets in. She starts stabbing No.
No. Would she attack them? Yeah, they would. They wouldn't go for the killing blow because that's not honorable, but they would definitely knock them out.
Fair enough.
That does not hit. Goes for the second swing. That does not hit. That's your turn.
Are they restrained?
Oh yeah, advantage.
Advantage for fairy fire. Oh yeah.
So technically that was and fairy fire
Yeah.
as
Oh
well.
Yeah.
And I did say
Everybody rolls advantage.
I did
Fairy
say
fire
I was
lit him
removing
up,
their dex.
everybody.
Because they were restrained. So 15 does hit. Way to go, Gothas.
Well, and the fairy fire as well.
Now she's gonna go for the second swing.
Badonk, badank.
Natural 20 does hit.
Jiminy Christmas.
Unfortunately, the remaining health he had was 12, so yeah, doubling the damage would, at median, would bring him down. So
You did say she was trying to do it non-lethal, but does that mean just the most effective non-lethal?
Yes.
Or is it just like he's unconscious, but also with permanent like spinal damage?
No, he's
Batman.
He's unconscious
humanity,
and
huh?
he swallowed his first 14.
So, grabbing onto her large greatsword, she flips it around where it's the broadside, and then just like a baseball bat, curves into it and just hits him into a concussive state. He's not dead, but it really hurts to the point that they just go down unconscious. You can tell that they're breathing, they're not dead, but they did not. Well, let's just say they'll feel that in the morning. When they go down, they do state something a little bizarre, because it does tell me I have to tell you guys this when they go down. So, while they go almost steadily at... Oh, silence! Can someone read lips? Do you guys have the feet?
No.
I don't know if it matters, but I have comprehend languages.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you understand a little bit of common sign language. I don't know. For some reason, I was gonna go with American Sign Language, but technically this isn't English. So you can read a little bit of lips. So tuning into your comprehend languages, you do hear or at least comprehend the structured form of language. No! You haven't won! No! You will rise! We will rise from our children! We will be reborn from the faceless lord! Jubilex will consume the banquet of the queen of fungi! And we will all grow! As they go unconscious.
Wow, for getting hit in the head with the sword equivalent of a freight train, they sure were chatty.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but didn't we already send the Spore Queen lady back to whatever place she came from?
Yeah, which is why I actually want to try something. I know it didn't work before with spores, but now that the queen has been sent back to her own realm, can I use my lay on hands to attempt to purge a disease from this guy? It doesn't work on magical diseases, but I'm wondering now that once the Mushroom Queen has been banished from our realm, if that has any effect on it.
What did we do to wake up Slash? Did we have to lesser restoration her or something? Or did we just...
Let me do my thing. Shush.
Slash was something else. Slash was not something you saved. Rather, you guys captured her and then forced her to take you guys here. And then became friends.
Actually, shit, I can't do that. I have to ask Toulouse what the guy said.
I told you. I was like,
Okay.
ooh.
Based on the information that you have and based off what Toulouse, what he said, you can tell word for word they stated, and I'm not going to make that voice again because it's kind of annoying and it's already late. You haven't won. No. We will rise from our children. We will be reborn from the faceless lord. Jubilex will consume the banquet of the queen of fungi, and we will all grow. Based off of the information that Toulouse just gave you, this person isn't following the fungus queen. They are following Jubilex.
Oh.
Juiblex.
Well, my dislike for that is directly proportional to how much they look like goblinoid. Jubilex.
Based on the information you have, you can tell that this is another demon lord from the abyss itself, which means that it's another problem that you may have to deal with later on, since the last one you just managed to banish out of the area, and this one seems to be already cursing or changing people here. Based on the information you have, you can also tell that Jubilex can summon or alter things, and looking at the Pudding King themselves, the more you look at them, the more you can tell that they are not goblin. They have just been warped to look different than the other deep gnomes. So,
Oh.
unfortunately for you, Gothos, this isn't a brother you can save. Well, you can save them, but they're not a goblin, so you may not care for them anymore. It's entirely up to you.
I mean,
Is
if there's any
Jubil-
revelation that he's not goblinoid, I don't know why he'd look quite goblinoid like that, but it would probably be less incentive. But I mean, there is a
There's still an
like,
incentive, but they're not a brother you're trying to save.
mhm.
Go ahead, Kobo.
I was gonna say, is Jubilex the guys that we walked in on his tomb? Great big huge.
It might
Anybody?
be. You never got a name from that tomb.
Yeah. But it might be a religion check, something I don't have.
Well, it could be the what do you the groom? You never really
Yeah,
addressed
that's what I
that.
was thinking. The groom was a great big huge guy. We walked in and he wasn't in his coffin. Yeah, we left after talking to that scary thing.
So this creature here, does it look sufficiently regal? Is this friggin' Mrs. Butterworth?
This does seem to be the Pudding King. There is no one else around you. In fact, as you look around you, you can tell that people are fighting in the background. It does seem that the sovereign of the area is currently fighting the rest of the oozes in your stead. So you do have time to look around and do things if you decide to. But you can also tell that this was the enemy leader that was
Okay,
transformed and altered thanks to Jubilex.
Gothos, even though he's not quite goblinoid, Gothos has invested a lot into this. So he's kind of just desperately being like, "Tell me, come on, give me. Why did you do this? What happened? Tell me the real story. Give me a justification that I can turn them on their fucking heads."
Who are
I
you
know
saying this
these to the
Isn't this
guy that I thought was a goblin,
They're
the Pudding
unconscious.
King. They're fucking unconscious. Never mind.
Can we bring him back up to 1?
Yeah, you can just
Yeah.
stabilize them.
Quasi
Have to
I'll do
Quasimodo
that.
rang his bell.
All right.
Ding! I can do that easy.
Yeah.
I lay on.
and everything.
After
I
stabilizing
lay
them,
on a finger.
and lay on a finger for 1 point. You bring them slightly out so they can speak, and then you just shake them. Tell me why you did this. Tell me why. And they look towards you, and they simply they don't spit towards you. They just cough because you quite literally just Eldith quite literally just heavily concussed them. They just shout towards you. Kalu Kalay now can join the party, he crackles. You can be one with the faceless lord. Just let yourselves be eaten and disgorged. You too can have the powers to summon those and bind them to your will.
I don't know
Looking
what
around this,
disgorge means, but I don't like it.
looking around this room, is there anything else interesting in it?
Yes, the very throne that they are on. Wow, that's dumb. Sorry. I'm just gonna give you stuff because honestly, this is the throne room, and they don't apparently give you stuff in the throne room.
Mhm.
As you begin to look around, making sure that you're listening in, but at the same time also stealing what they have because they're not a good guy. You can tell that there is a shiny stone next to the throne itself. It does seem to be shining with a almost onyx coloration. You can tell that it's magical due to the fact that it is glowing. Uh, do you speak Draconic?
I do not.
I do.
There's a Draconic symbol on it.
Oh. Um.
Boom. Do you show Kobo?
Or me.
I'll pick it up with Mage Hand. Anybody recognize this symbol?
Yeah. Showing the group, Toulouse and Kobo, you can read that the symbol written on it is described as stone of controlling earth elementals.
Mhm.
Does Toulouse tell me what that symbol means?
I think you both saw it. They were just showing it to all the group.
I can't read it.
I thought you said, "Oh, right,
You
right."
very specifically. Oh, you can speak Draconic, but you can't read
I
it.
can speak several
You,
languages. I
you
am a linguist.
jabroni.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
because if
relay
Toulouse,
it to everybody in the group.
Okay. Nom, I believe,
and
can also understand it, so they understand it as well.
but yeah, that way, I'm learning how to read.
That's true. You now know the words, or at least the symbol that is stone of controlling earth elementals. I don't know how
Okay.
much you'll encounter that again.
Every
Because
little
after
bit.
Damned if you
Roswin
don't
left, I've been
recognize
taking.
those specific symbols.
Yeah.
True.
Well, no, because after Roswin left, I've been taking lessons from Toulouse on how to read,
Yeah.
but we
You
haven't had
have.
a whole lot of time.
So I show you how to read that one.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have that now. Other than that,
Mhm.
you can tell that there is a weird curtain that seems to be flickering, even though there is no light except for the crystals that are emanating light. Do you take a look at that? It has symbols written upon it, written in Undercommon.
What do those symbols say?
They're written in Undercommon if you can speak it or read it.
Yeah, that I have.
Cool. Curtain of Displacer Beast.
Curtain of
Or
displacement.
cloak.
No, it says curtain.
Weird.
Oh shit!
I would like to try and take the curtain down.
You try and then realize that you're not tall enough to do so.
Mage hand.
After a mage hand, you're able to do so. You're small, remember.
I take the.
After removing it,
little, can't
what do
reach.
you do?
I whip it over my head and shoulders like a makeshift cape.
You do so. It's now basically a functioning cloak of displacer cloak.
Do you see two of me?
It's not that strong. It's just you're now fuzzy-ish. So people that attack you have disadvantage.
Ooh.
You also look ridiculous because it is a curtain.
Yeah. Well, a real cloak of displacer makes an illusion of me next to me, so
Yeah, that's
this
true.
is just part of that.
He looks fuzzily ridiculous.
True.
Still,
It's still
it could be helpful, and it's big enough to hide two people.
yeah, but it would only affect one. Unfortunately. I mean, if you can technically affect two people, the only problem with that is you technically can't fight at your best because you'd be both holding one corner.
Yeah.
The best bet is to basically just tie it on yourself, and then it'll be a functioning Displacer Beast cloak. Other than that, though, nothing else except for like rotten foods here and there, good foods. Written parchments that seem to have the written languages of. Let me look at their languages. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some books and tomes written in Abyssal, Gnomish, Terran, which is Primordial if you can read Primordial, and Undercommon. Taking a look at them, you can tell that they seem, well, it's not as if they're magical, but you can tell that each book seems to have these languages written in them with a good amount of source material. So if you don't know these languages, you could take them and eventually learn the languages as long as you read through the books or look at them every long rest and continue through the studying process.
Might be worth trying to do. It'd be nice to know more than 2 languages. Or 2 sides of one language.
I want to interrogate this Pudding King guy because I feel like he's been ostracized and put out.
What do you say,
Also,
though?
I thought they were knocked out.
You woke him back up.
Okay.
Could have whispered sweet nothings into his ear.
Yeah. No. All right, buddy. You speak Goblin? You speak Goblinoid? No. Oh, that's a strike.
They shake their head no. When you first woke them up, they did say, you can be one with the faceless lord. Just let yourselves be eaten and engorged.
Yeah. No. The thing is, I'm gonna switch to You speak Undercommon?
They nod their head yes.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I don't have to become one with any deity or anything. I've been acknowledged, and that's kind of the thing that I've been talking about, or that I want to introduce all goblinoids to. You're not a goblinoid yourself, so this is a bit of a. God damn it! I'm becoming a Jehovah's Witness.
As you're trying to
Listen.
convince, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Listen, why did you bring? Actually, you know what? I don't even understand why we hunted this guy. I was just trying to save Elspeth. I'm just like, geez, this is terrible, guy.
Mm-hmm.
The people of the city want you out, want you gone. So, why are you here fucking with the big puddings?
They're my only friends. The town ran me out centuries ago. Jubilex's only friend that helped me make new family.
Well, I'm real sorry about what we did to I guess your family in there. That's rough to hear. But I don't think Jubilex really had your best interest in order. From what really I understand about gods, and this is coming from Paladin, they don't really have your best interest in gods and demons. They don't have your best interest in their hearts. This is a game for them. They're just interested in what we do. If we do interesting things, we get their favor.
Jubilex only one kind to me. Town before never understood hobby. Always threw and hurt me whenever I made new friends of the slimes to study. Ran me out of town with pitchforks. Almost died until Jubilex saved me.
What did Jubilex do to save you? How did Jubilex save you?
Gave me power, gave me strength, and allowed me to summon slimes, make new family, make new village.
So then why did all your slimes go and attack the deep gnomes? Why didn't you just leave well enough alone? Or did we come in here and attack you?
Slimes need homes too. Slimes go where people are not, but people keep growing city.
Well, what about the slimes attacking and infecting the rock people?
Slimes don't do that. Jubilex is a fog does that.
Isn't that kind of the same thing?
No. Slimes
Yeah,
don't.
if you're going with Jubilex.
They feel insulted, but they do state. No, slime's my family. Slimes only hurt people when people hurt them.
All right, listen. We already got evidence that we defeated the big slimes here. I don't think any of the dang, what are they called? I don't think any of the marks are nearby.
They're not.
I
You
agree.
promise me that you get far, far away from this settlement. Listen, you still have the ability to summon your
I
new
feel like
friends.
you should roll deception because the slimes attacked us first. When he said that the slimes didn't attack people until they attacked them.
They certainly attacked one of the marks first, or
Yeah,
whatever they were.
Or maybe we
Does
should
someone want to
roll
roll insight?
insight to see if he's
I do,
lying.
yeah.
Can I help? Bardic inspiration.
Insight. What does Bard of Inspiration do?
You get an extra d6 on your roll.
Yes.
Ooh.
And you still are affected by Nom Nom's thing, so you also get an additional 1d4.
Oh.
Cool. Oh, so welcome back, Nom Nom.
Four.
So that is a total of 17. Wow, that's a lot. Then there's Boom, then there's Nom Nom, and then that's it. So, based on the information you have, you can tell that they're not lying. Based on the information you do have, the person, air quotes, that you scared off, air quotes, that ran into the room, air quotes, screamed. You don't really know what happened with that scream, and you don't really know what these slimes consider an attack against them. It could be like they got too close to the slimes, and that's enough for them to be considered a threat, or the deep gnome did something, such as like falling onto a slime pool and thrashing about, even though they got hurt. That does not imply that they also did not hurt something else. You honestly don't know, and as far as you're aware, the Pudding King is telling the truth.
Hmm.
Although that does bring up one thing. What about the big ones?
The big ones are a different story. Based off of that information, when you said we took of the big ones, they were immediately sad because they were his kids, the prince and princess of the area, or the court, if you will. They're not lying in that part, but from what you can tell, they went to go assist the people slash smaller slimes that you murdered.
Basically, everything was done on reflex.
Yeah, probably. That's not to say that he's not summoning slimes for a reason. That you really don't know why they're doing that, other than family.
Okay, so here's
You
my
have to talk to the
perspective.
chief.
Well, here's my perspective as a paladin of Timora, of gambling, luck, and adventure. Oh, I heard a little ding. Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. As a paladin of luck, adventure, and gambling, I say we put him in a burlap sack, say we did everything, and go on with our adventure with him securely as cargo, and maybe this strange individual finds a new life with us on the surface, or the near Underdark.
Oh, like, does he want to? Does he want to join us?
Well, I mean,
Sorry, I could not hear you.
I don't feel like bagging a person and dragging him along with us, but if he wants to come along,
You say while Slash is there. The Pudding King does look towards you and does state, "Can't go back. To summon slimes for family and to help Jubilex with plan to reforge the Underdark into a new home.
I don't think we should let that actually happen, you know. Yeah, the Underdark's a crappy place, but there's a few decent people who live down here.
Like one or two, yeah.
Like before my adoptive parents died. They were nice enough to raise me.
There's a good amount of nice people. It's just a lot of bad people control a lot of people.
Wait, you died once already?
Okay, well that's interesting. What is Jubilax's plan for the Underdark?
Reform into new abyss domain.
Abyss as in
That's not going to be pleasant
demons
for people
and
who already
such?
live here.
They know they're
Yeah.
yes.
So like literally like a portal, like a planet-wide portal underground.
Yeah,
To bring in the banquet. To bring in the demonic rite of domination.
you don't happen to know where this Jubilex guy lives, do you?
They shake their head no.
But you know what the plan is.
I know I'm to summon new family. Find them new home.
So the spells and rituals and stuff you gotta use to summon your new family with. Where are they?
They point towards themselves. Well, no, you guys only have them bind. They look towards themselves.
It's not in a book or written down somewhere.
They shake their head no.
Yeah.
Granted gifts. Can Jubilex can grant gifts to others.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if anybody here is comfortable with that.
No. I mean, it doesn't sound like he wants to make new friends. It sounds like he wants to create
Conquer
monsters to
terraform.
destroy things.
What little side question was Jubilex maybe set to marry some sort of Myconide queen earlier, and then that got disrupted for no reason? Maybe.
Don't.
We weren't there.
No. Just know that they are going to the feted wedding, but I don't know what that means.
Jeez, how many weddings do we have to crash?
That place that was going crazy that we left, we might have to go back there if something else is still going on.
Like, eventually. Like, there's no rush to go there now. I'll admit to that. So, you have a choice. Do you try to convince them to go with you? Do you make them unconscious? Or do you take them out? Taking them out...
Oh,
It's
hold
a
on. I
little
think
sad.
I missed something. How exactly do you go about creating these slimes?
They look towards their hands and then state, cast magic, summon them here. Summon them to their new home.
See, he's taking them from some place and bringing them to a place they don't belong and causing mischief.
And what do these things eat?
Anything they can find.
Yeah, it's an invasive species.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, as far as things that are deadly in the Underdark go, slimes aren't exactly top of the list.
Yeah, but imagine what would happen if there was billions of slimes everywhere. Every city would get infested and covered. Nobody could hide and stay safe.
You can tell... Go ahead.
How many people have already been killed by slimes down here? This place was boarded off for a reason.
Based on the information you have, you can tell it has been a good amount of people. But a good amount could be like 10, 5, 15, 20. Enough that they basically border off this area. Basically, ignore the problem until it's either not a problem or until it's big enough to not ignore it anymore, which is what they've been doing. From what you can tell, they do eat people. Like, that's obviously a given. But it's, like Koba mentioned, an invasive species. It does what it needs to do to survive in this area. And while slimes are something that you can find in the Underdark, this amount in this quantity is quite rare. If you decide to leave the Pudding King here or somewhere else and they go somewhere else, due to the information you have, they have to summon the slimes. If you do decide to take them out, like, permanently, that'll slow things down. It won't solve the problem because Jubilex can still give powers, according to the Pudding King, to someone else, and they'll take over. But that'll require time. But you would have bought yourself time, which is a good thing. If they decide to go with you, they have to summon slimes. So, slimes are still going to be summoned, but they'll be spread out if you decide to take them with you.
And we'll have slimes coming right behind us and trying to attack us the whole way.
I think we should talk to the chief about everything and let them decide what to do with them.
They're gonna, well, I don't know what they're gonna do. But my vote is slowing this down, just like we did with the Spore Queen.
From what
I realize he's kind of a sad and pathetic case, but he is currently unhelpable.
I mean,
We could always have Eldith take out the slimes every day if he comes with us.
Yeah, she did a great job of it before.
We could have slime
Yeah,
battles.
but is she gonna actually do that, or is she gonna revert back to, oh yeah, it's not bothering me, I'll just let it crawl into Toulouse tent and eat her?
Well, we could just.
I did put forth the idea we could just dump him at a near Underdark site, which is kind of almost good for everyone. If like a path to the Underdark
But how big
is
is he
super
talking about?
dangerous. No, because that's bad, right? Like paths
Well,
to
no,
the
how-
Underdark are conduits to bad things. So if we just plonk a bunch of slimes there, now that's not a bad thing. That's a defensive area.
But how big is his terraforming gonna be? If we plunk him on the outside edge of the Underdark where it leads down into horrible things, it also leads back into the other people.
You ever seen a slug in the sunlight? I don't like it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the slimes like all forms of the Underdark, and the innocent people are the easiest to eat. Bad things are generally harder to eat.
Yeah, but I'm saying that a connection between the Underdark and the Overworld is typically used by the Underdark people to fuck up the Overworld.
Yeah,
But what happens when the Underdark becomes an evil, super abysmal hell instead of the semi-neutral yet still very dangerous place it is?
Gothos, Kobo's basically saying if you decide to plop him somewhere else, that's not really solving the problem. That's just more spreading it out. They'll still do this exact same thing they're currently doing.
Yeah, I realize this guy is pretty pathetic and does deserve a pity, but at the same time, we can't let him continue. If you can do a mind wipe on him and take his powers away, then maybe he can be rehabilitated as an individual, but not as part of this plan.
With the team deciding what to do with this individual, that maybe monster, maybe unfortunate situation, although it will be, one thing does stand true. The person that you currently have in front of you has likely given you all the information they have. They were cast out due to the slime studies and growing and collecting. Maybe this is a sad tale, that's true, but they also didn't stop their slimes from killing people. They just sent them out to live on their own to terraform the area for Jubilex. Whether they're a good person or not really doesn't matter because they are causing a problem. and your team, in one way or the other, does need to decide what happens, you can take them out, you can bring them with you and deal with the problem on the surface, or you can let the city decide what happens to them. But one thing definitely does stand true. The PDF just tells you to outright kill them. But
We can't chop their hands off so they can't cast magic anymore.
I'm pretty sure he'll find a way around that.
we'll
If
see.
you didn't describe him as a goblinoid, he'd be dead. I know you rescinded that, but I was running with it, and I made it interesting. Or did I? I don't know.
Maybe. You honestly don't know how they cast the summoning thing. It could just be a natural response. So cutting off the arms might work, might not. You honestly don't know. But
'Cause
one
I can.
thing,
I said hands, but arms. Okay.
hands, whatever. And even if it does work, that just means you buy yourselves time, but you also save a life. Hard to say. One thing does stand true, though. I'm going to let you decide what you do with them. Have I mentioned I don't like the PDF? So we will figure out what happens next time as we end the session for today.